everyone. Thanks for joining me today for some virtual vitamin Z as we bring the Detroit Zoo to you. My name is Claire and I'm a curator of education with the Detroit Zoological Society, where we are celebrating and saving wildlife. And today I have a fun, relatively simple activity for you that will help you decorate for the holidays if you want to get in the holiday season. And you can do this with friends or family, or you can do it solo. And the best part is it will help benefit wildlife, because all the decorating that we're going to do today is all made out of natural materials and will hang on a tree and, like I said, benefit wildlife. Let's get started. The first thing I decided to do was make popcorn garland, but I didn't want any salt, butter, oil, or anything else on my popcorn that was going out for the wildlife. So I got some kernels and got out my pan, put it on medium heat, and started popping popcorn. It only took a couple minutes for it to start popping, and it filled up the pan really quickly, so it worked really well. I did leave it out for a day before I started stringing it into a garland, because stale popcorn strings a little bit easier. Next, I got some oranges and grapefruits, cut them into 1/4-inch slices, put them in the oven at 200 degrees for about 3 hours, flipping them over once in the middle of that time, and I dried out all those slices. My house smelled amazing. And then again, waited a day and then used a large children's safe needle and some twine. I wanted to use as much natural material as possible to go through the center of each of those orange and or grapefruit slices, turning them into very natural looking ornaments that I could actually hang onto the tree. So I strung out all my popcorn into garlands, and I also got some cranberries from a neighbor who didn't need them anymore and strung those out just with regular thread. I didn't want to make really long garlands for fear that wildlife might get trapped up or tangled in the long threads. So instead I made really short ones. Each short one that I made, I taped down to this piece of board so it'd be very easy to transport them and they wouldn't get all tangled together. And then my next thing to do was to find a tree. I found this one just outside the Ford Education Center near the events pavilion here at the Detroit Zoo, and decided this was the perfect tree to decorate for the wildlife in the area. So I gathered all my materials, I took them out on a sunny afternoon, and I got to work. So it took me a minute to figure out how to attach all the different garlands so they'd be safe. If a bird or a squirrel just wants to pull them off, they'll come right off the tree. I didn't want to tie them on there and have all that thread stuck there forever. So it only took a few minutes to put up all the different garlands, and then hanging up the citrus slices went really quick compared to hanging up the garlands. And you can see how bright and colorful those citrus slices really make it, especially when you combine them with those two different garlands of the popcorn and the cranberries. So again, all these things are completely natural, nothing else added to it to make sure they will be safe. And wildlife can come over, partake in whichever they would like to, and it's a really fun way to decorate for the holidays. So feel free to do this on your own. Stringing the cranberries and the popcorn was actually pretty relaxing, and I can't wait to see what wildlife comes over and enjoys this fantastically decorated holiday tree.